A narcissist is a puzzle you cannot solve. It's more of a conundrum, an impossible puzzle. No matter how many pieces of the puzzle you put together, the thing is, it can never be solved. No matter how much love, energy, patience, time you put into it, it doesn't matter. So you know what, my friends? You're probably dealing with a narcissist, and they want you to feel like this. They want you to feel confused, upset, stuck, never knowing the next move, chasing the impossible. In today's video, I will explain all. There's the illusion of the happy ever after. You are promised a future. You are told that there is a future and that there is longevity in this relationship, yet it never arrives. It's just a fantasy. It just keeps you thinking that maybe there's something more. And in your mind, you're probably thinking, if I had just said this, if I had just done this, then things would have been different. If I show them more love, then maybe I will be able to help them. Maybe if they know that I'm here for them and I want to help them, maybe they will change. You know, my friends, it's not that you've done anything wrong. It's not that you have not fulfilled your side of the bargain. And it's natural to want to help someone. Of course, you love this person. You want them to feel good. But the thing is, no matter how much love, how much time, how much energy, how much patience you give this person, it's never enough. It actually, do you know what? It actually becomes an expectation. The thing is because the narcissist thrives on control. And in your mind, you're thinking that perhaps maybe you can change them. You can change them for the better. You can help them. The moment you think that you can change them or help them, that is when the narcissist has won, because you can't figure them out. Like I said, the narcissist thrives on control. Okay, the fact that you are putting so much energy and effort into trying to help them, this fuels the narcissist, because they don't want you to figure them out. They don't want you to know. That is why then they take back the control and you go back to square one. You know what? It's a mental health condition, not a puzzle. The thing is, what you're dealing with is someone who's got a personality disorder. Now, look, I mean, how do you explain a personality disorder? We've all got a personality, but what does a disordered personality actually look like? The thing is, this is a mental health condition and there's many layers to it. So the fact is, what you have to remember is that you're dealing with mental health here. And the one primary thing that fuels a narcissist or gives them that fuel is the fact that you are giving them validation, emotional validation. That's what they thrive on. This is why they manipulate. This is why they control. They want everything their way. And it's a game. And that's ultimately what it is. They play a game with your emotions. So it's not the fact that you are running around trying to help this person, trying to figure them out, trying to work with them. They don't want you to solve them. They don't want your help. The fact is, they want what they want, and that's their needs to be met. And that's your attention, your validation, your emotions. This is what they thrive on. This cannot be fixed with time, with empathy, with clarity, with any of this. This isn't about solving something that is broken. They're already broken. They don't want to be solved. It just is what it is. They are just constantly shifting these puzzle pieces so that you don't know where you stand with them. How can you have a friendship, a partnership, or a relationship with someone? It's impossible. There's the cycle of manipulation. What you don't realize is that you are trapped in a cycle of manipulation. You are trapped in a relationship, a friendship, a partnership, in whatever it is, whatever this dynamic is, you become trapped because the narcissist wants what they want. They have one agenda, and that is to basically get attention from you. It's nothing more than that. They just want your emotions. They want to know that you care. So that's why they're going to keep you trapped under their thumb, so that you keep giving and giving and giving until eventually you're like, I can't do this anymore. This is just too draining. And that's what happens. That's when you start to realize that there's something not quite right with this person. The fact when you are thinking, I just can't do this anymore. And it becomes a chore. You become drained. You try to figure out like, well, why is this person like this to me? Why do they keep doing this? And how many times have you thought that throughout this relationship? Probably so many times. And there comes a point, there comes a threshold, my friends, where you just cannot do this anymore. And that's when you decide that you can't be in this dynamic anymore. There's this push and pull dynamic. And what it does is it creates tension. How does this affect your well-being? How are you feeling in this dynamic? And the thing is, even when you leave the relationship, you're still in this dynamic unless you figure it out and you free yourself. You need to put boundaries in place, constantly seeking approval. And it's like, how much validation can you give this person? Because enough is never enough. And that's where you've got to realize that this person has an attachment disorder. They can't attach to you in a healthy way, but they also can't detach from you in a healthy way. So there's this ambivalence, there's this anxiety, there's this avoidance that happens in these dynamics. They are all of those attachment styles. So it's very difficult to try and maintain a relationship, a partnership, a dynamic with this person. This isn't about growing in this relationship. I did a video all about attachment and connection, and this explains this a lot more. I will link it up here. But the fact is that this attachment that you have with this person is exactly that. This person isn't on your side. They're not about, making this relationship grow into something more. This is about getting their needs met. And in the end, it will destroy you. This is why you just cannot solve this puzzle. You can't compete with a narcissist's ego. You can't love them into changing. The narcissist isn't about change. A narcissist isn't about working with you on this. They want what they want. You can't outlove their ego. Their ego is so huge. Their defense mechanisms their walls are so high. All right. And you're not going to be able to surpass them. This is all because of their maladaptive childhood. All right. Where they had to survive in their environment. And that's basically where it happened. That's where this breakage in their psyche happened, because they feel that the world is unsafe. They feel that they have to have these defense mechanisms. That's why this ego is maladaptive and damaged. So you can't outlove them. They can't recognize unconditional love. You're not going to cure them with love because they just simply don't recognize it. They see what they see. What they are expecting is for you to be compliant, them to be in control, and for you to be compliant. So these are all childhood wounds. These are childhood experiences that they're bringing into their adulthood. This isn't about to change, or they're about to realize they can't do it. You believe that if you just give them enough love, enough time, enough energy, that they will be able to be magically cured into loving you, and you could have this perfect relationship. You might even see glimpses of this, at certain time points in your relationship with them. But that's the thing. They are just glimpses. They are just mirages. And perhaps maybe what you are seeing is their damaged inner child. But the fact is, the inner child is damaged. So the outer person is going to be operating from those inner core wounds. Narcissist isn't about seeing them, viewing them, wanting to change. They are a puzzle because it is so strange the way that they behave, the way that they are, the way that they express any sort of attention or kindness, if there is any. You can't change it. They are just glimpses of this. But remember, all of this has an agenda. These are mind games, all right? All of this is just to serve the narcissist, and they can't change it. Ultimately, they can't change it. I think on some level, you either get to this point or you have to get to this point of realization and letting go, because ultimately, like I said in this video, you're not going to be able to change them. Narcissists don't think like me and you. They think completely differently. And so that's because their brains are wired differently because of the childhood emotional trauma that they experienced. So the way that they think or the way that they behave is going to be completely different. So at some point, you have to realize that you're going to have to let this person go, no matter how difficult, how painful, and how challenging it can be. Ultimately, it's your freedom, your emotional freedom, your headspace, your well-being that is more important. The fact is, how much more are you going to keep giving to this person? You can't change them. They're not something that you can solve. They are challenging. And the thing is, until you realize this, until you understand what you are dealing with, there has to be a level of acceptance. Okay, my friends, there has to be a level of acceptance, because at the end of the day, this person is not going to change and you are not going to be happy with them. Guys, if you are going through something like this, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below. Please forward this video if you feel it would help another person. Please do like it and please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.